I think community is any space that allows us to connect, whether through language, through the color of our skin, through what we're able to offer to people.
Community is many parts of a puzzle, finding ways to assist others.
Community is unity, community that is moving in the same direction to better themselves.
I've always been engaged in community with the Black Theatre Workshop, other groups that I founded with friends. It's a matter of getting involved, getting engaged.
I think I started when I was a teenager as part of a youth group in Côte-de-Neige. Part of what we had to do was volunteering.
I got my start from my mom, and she was someone in the community when she immigrated from Barbados that worked very hard in the community to try to make things better. Having her as a great role model inspired me to do things in the community.
I do, give deference to many others who have chartered a path. But Mummy is the one who I really admire. Other people call her Hazel Williams. She is my role model because she has been a constant in my life. She was among one of those, women from the Caribbean who had to, in some ways, leave their children in their respective islands. I see a woman who has strength, a woman who has determination, a woman who doesn't take no for an answer in a very positive way. She always finds a way to make things happen.
I had one main role model growing up, which was Kathy Roach, who was our teen leadership coordinator and didn't let us settle for being status quo in whatever thing we wanted to do. My role models have been people who've just shown that all things are possible, that you don't have to settle for what people think is possible, but you can do whatever you want to do.
And then you take a look at John Lewis out of the US. He was one person that I really looked up to, and he always talked about good trouble.
I'm inspired by the impact that all things have, whether it's small gestures like someone being available to take a phone call or someone helping a senior get their food bank items, to bigger gestures like writing open letters to the government, visiting Parliament, and having some of the kids actually see what's possible for them.
What I look for is when we see that our community gets together. We have the Caribbean Coalition Network that started during COVID, and this is based on 7 organizations in our community that got together to collaborate on activities that would bring our community together. And we have started to see that grow throughout the years, especially as of last year when we were able to put on the Montreal Carnival called Caramas, where we expected to have 2,000 people come to the parade. We ended up getting 8,000 people. Seeing that type of reaction, I think that's a measure of success. Most difficult part is probably the time that I have to put in, because I do work full-time, and I do this part-time, or pretty much full-time as well, after work.
It is a matter of love. And so sometimes it's not easy. I'm torn between 2 things. I always like to go back to cut and go through. And that's the Jamaican's way of saying, you just got to get it done.
People are coming back, people are calling, people are writing Instagram messages and things like that, saying like, oh, I remember when I was here and when I used to do that, and do you know this person and that person? So I think that those are the momentum that tells me that we're making an impact and that people are remembering, what impact community can have.
So people reach out to me, they ask me questions, they want me to assist them in certain things. And so I recognize in those small steps that I am impacting them. They recognize me as someone who they can depend on, they can trust.
The past few years have shown us that we can work together and everyone can benefit from the community work. So there's an overall impact that we're seeing with the support of, funding from different government agencies that are allowing smaller nonprofit organizations to work on the niche things that they do, to allow us to do the other things that we do so that we can work in tandem, so we can have more of a cohesive community approach versus all of us being in silos and doing our own thing and almost competing.
Anyone can be a change maker. Anyone who has the will and the determination to make a difference in our community or in any industry that they're working in can be a change maker.